Hey everyone, Heather Earles here. Thanks for coming on today's episode. This week, like every week, I'll be talking about natural living and healthy tips that will get you to rethink how you live and what products or habits you can easily change to better your life. So let's get started. Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about hand, foot, and mouth disease. I've recently gone through this with my children, and I wanted to let you know what it is, give you some highlights of it, and also let you know some natural treatments that have had incredible results. These are ones that I've used personally, okay? So what is hand, foot, and mouth disease? It's caused by a virus, all right? Symptoms include the ulcers and sores. You can get them inside your mouth. It's a rash, blister on the hands, feet, buttocks. Pretty much it can go a lot of places, and it can be pretty severe. So one thing I want to say is doctors can't do anything about hand, foot, and mouth disease. They can prescribe over-the-counter medications to help ease the itching, but there isn't a vaccine or anything like that that can prevent this. So it's down to natural treatments that work really well. So you can get hand, foot, and mouth. It's passed through, shaking someone's hand who has it, through personal contact, the air, feces, blisters, the fluid from them, and nasal secretion. So like when you kiss someone who has it, you can get it right away. I mean, it's a really contagious disease. A lot of daycares have it just because they're changing a lot of diapers. You can also get it through the water, and I want to point this one out because this is how my son got it. He was having swimming lessons, and another boy had it, and whether it was through the water or in the dressing room afterwards, if the boy touched him or touched just an area he was on and he had blisters. So you need to pretty much watch out for it wherever you're at, or just ask. Like if you have a kid in a daycare center, just ask if there's been hand, foot, mouth that have gone through it, and something you'd want to find another spot for your child to go if they have an outbreak of hand, foot, and mouth. It's not life-threatening. It's just really annoying, and for the child who is contracted it itches and it spreads, and it can leave scarring if you let it get really bad. So it brings us to kind of how you avoid it. Well, just pay attention to it. You want to wash your hands. If someone in your house has it, use bleach wipes, wash off surface areas, handles. If you have children that share the same bed, maybe separate that, just kind of containing the one person. Hopefully it won't spread through the rest of the family. So a person can be contagious for days or even weeks after the symptoms go away. So just, again, keep the bleach wipes around. Just have your child, depending on the age, when they're older, it's a little easier to just say, hey, just wash your hands before you do this. When they're younger, you just need to take that as a parent onto yourself. Make sure you wash your child's hands before they touch things, separate toys, things like that. Okay, obviously, if you should stay home from work. Don't let your kids go to school if they have hand, foot, and mouth, because it's not fun, and you don't want to give it to anybody else. So the signs, we kind of talked about that. Kids can have sore throat, body aches, obviously loss of appetite because they have sores in their mouth. You can also get headaches. All right. The sores in the mouth, they usually come 1 to 2 days after a fever. People, especially young children, may get dehydrated because it hurts to swallow. And this is one of the biggest concerns. You want to always make sure that your child is getting enough liquid. As an adult, you should be big enough that you can say, okay, I need to drink some more water. But again, pay attention if it's your child, making sure that they're drinking on a consistent basis, even if it's really sore. You can do things like a smoothie because it's whether it's ice in there or frozen berries or something, it'll probably help soothe their throat. So some of the specific treatments that I want to talk about, the smoothie we just mentioned, put some turmeric in there, okay? Turmeric is just incredible for boosting up the immune system. So put a little turmeric in your smoothie. Also, if your child has a fever, you can use Tylenol, not aspirin, okay? But for the rash itself, this is the lifesaver. You take 5 drops of Thieves essential oil, 5 drops lavender oil, and 5 drops purification oil, and about 10 ounces of coconut oil. I use Young Living products. You can get your oils wherever you want. What I did is I just took a little bowl. I mixed all of my oils in it and I set it on the countertop. My kids are old enough where I had a separate bowl for each. And then they would just take the oils and rub it whenever it itched. Multiple times a day. They would just come. It's like, oh, okay, Mom, my hand is itching. They would just come and they would rub the oils on themselves. And I truly feel that's why my kids they didn't have scarring. It went away in a very short period of time. If you go to heatherearles.com/hand, foot, and mouth, I give a picture that has not been doctored. It's of my son. It's day 1, day 2, and day 3. By using the oils, his rash on his hand almost went away completely, and that's using the mixture I just told you guys about. Other treatments, you can use calamine lotion. It'll help relieve the itching for a short period of time, but honestly, that the essential oils, calamine lotion will not heal the sores, whereas the oils will. Also, let the kids take a lukewarm bath and put some lavender in there while the water's running. It just kind of helps relieve and soothe the itching, okay? So those are my top treatments, just natural treatments you can give your child when they have hand, foot, and mouth, and or yourself. Other than that, like I said, the virus must just simply run its course. It could be around 10 days, but as I was telling you, my son's hands, they almost cleared up in 3 days by using that oil mixture. Now, some common questions: can you get hand, foot, and mouth once you've already had it? It's a virus, so yes. The risk factors are dehydration, which I kind of talked about, loss of appetite, which is why, like the smoothies, you're still getting vitamins, nutrients, and add that little bit of turmeric in there, okay? So other than letting it run its course, there's just a couple notes on the side. Hand, foot, and mouth is different from foot and mouth disease, all right? The disease isn't related to foot and mouth, which is an infectious viral disease found in farm animals. You can't contract hand, foot, and mouth disease from pets or animals, and you can't transmit it to them. So that's just something to be aware of. The key to having it short-lived is the oil mixture, taking the turmeric, and placing the mixture where your kids can apply it themselves. If they're too young for that, make sure you're just applying that oil mixture to your kids all throughout the day. Trust me, it will prevent the disease from being so long, as far as like the rashes, stuff that can be spread to other people in the family. And you will be thanking your lucky stars that you found the oil mixture when you did. So a good note to think about is I always keep those mixtures, the different oils on hand. So if it ever comes up, obviously those oils can be used for other things too, but you want to make sure and have it on hand. So again, it's thieves oil, lavender oil, and purification oil, 5 drops of each of those with 10 ounces of coconut oil. All right, you guys, I really hope you don't get hand, foot, mouth, but it is super contagious and it's all over the United States and also in other countries. So just something to be aware of. All right, we'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Urban Wisdom and Natural Living. Tune in next week where I'll broadcast live every Monday morning at 8 a.m. If you miss it live, hold those tears and head on over to my blog, which is heatherearles.com. That's Heather, EARLES.com. There you can have 24/7 access or right here on iTunes. If you want to follow me on social media, you'll find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Have a healthy week.